All right, we got sound. Let's get some picture going. There we go. Hey, there I am. Hello, peeps. Yes, I'm ready to rumble. I am going to get here. Okay, let's get on here. You guys, there's a delay, so it takes a minute for you to see me. There I am. I woke up. I woke up early this morning. I had a lot of energy. Probably because I've lost 105 pounds. That doesn't hurt at all. I'm wearing a new shirt today, extra large. I was a 9X, and now I'm an extra large. And yes, I'm pumped up, ready to rumble. We got Listerine on. we have currently only 10 viewers, so give us a minute here. And you'll notice I'm off to one side. So let me center that for now. Let me center me over. Okay, let's get me over in the middle. Hello. Let's get me to the middle. There I am. All right, lock that down. And come back to you guys. All right, let me know how the sound's doing. Looks like we're doing okay, but you never know. You never know. So we have a lot of things to go over today, so I figured I'd start early. But let me get a few people on and drink my coffee. It sound good? Picture good? I'm good. And it's Friday morning here. It is hot as hell outside already, and we're at 8:30 in the morning. It is hot. I mean, really hot out there. It's going to be a burner today. I've been running 2 and 3 air conditioners. My electric bill went up to It usually is like 8,000 pesos a month. Okay, 8,000. It last month was 13. This month might be even 15,000 pesos. With 60 pesos, it's a couple $100. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be heavy electric use. Hello, Mike. And good morning. Good morning. We've got a few more people on here. We have 13, so I kind of started early, so probably some people aren't ready for me. But I have energy, too much energy to spare. So anybody have any questions? Hit me up with some questions while we get a few more people up on here. And we're going to talk about a few things today. Of course, peptides, of course, weight loss, and an update on the children's school that I'm working on for the elementary school for this December. Starting to get things in for them. Found books for them. And I've got some things I've ordered. Hello, Charlie. And so we'll go over to the school. Sujin is the name of the school. Of course, I pronounce it wrong. Carolyn said it's a different way to pronounce it. Asugan, okay, elementary school. And they have 300 kids, and they're a wonderful school. It's a province school. They don't have a whole lot of anything. They don't have books. And I'm working with a fellow named Rodney Black from Australia. And in honor of his mother, we're going to be setting that school up with books and bookcases. But they need a lot more than that. So we're going to get them some chalkboards. We're going to clean their classrooms, build them a set of bathrooms, a decent set of bathrooms. I have to hire a contractor. And we'll get this all done by December. We're going to work on the bathrooms first. And then clean up their school. You can't even see through the windows. It's so dirty in that school. And they don't have decent bathrooms for they only have one set of bathrooms for everybody, and the doors are falling apart, and there's no running water in the bathroom. So we're going to try and fix all that up for them and get some running water, maybe even a flushing toilet. And they don't have a sink to wash their hands or soap. We're going to set them up with that. And then I also got them scopes, microscopes, and science stuff like globes, maps of the Philippines for the walls. There's a lot of things we're going to do for the school. they're not ready for tablets. Their tablets is beyond them. Nothing fancy. They don't have a whole lot of electricity in this school. They're kind of forgotten. We need to get these kids some education. It's the only way they're ever going to get ahead. And the parents can't afford anything. What do you like most about and dislike the least about Dumagetti, and would you do it all over again? I wish I had come here earlier. I had an opportunity to come here 10, 15 years earlier, about the time, even before my friend Paul, Old Dog, came here. I wish I had known about the Philippines. I was extremely wealthy and working my butt off. And what I did is in 2005, I retired, went to Las Vegas, reset up a new business. And that's the time I shouldn't have done that because things changed in Las Vegas. And I lost a lot of money to a lot of transit people that come through Las Vegas that are basically thieves. You know, they're liars or thieves. I lost a lot of money in Vegas. Not so much from all the sins, you know, not from gambling, not from drugs, not from alcohol, not from women. People I tried to help out and start in business or promise to be a partner, and I lost. And in real estate, I lost a lot of money in real estate in Las Vegas. Vegas is a boom and bust. So I wish I'd come here a lot sooner and not spend so much time or any time at all in Las Vegas. Las Vegas was not good to me. I probably lost a couple $1 million in Las Vegas and my health. So I wish I'd come here 15 years sooner. Excuse me. Regardless, as you can't. There's no regrets. Okay, life goes on. But I was married at the time I went to Las Vegas, and so that wouldn't have worked out. And my son is autistic, and he was still in high school, he was in high school till he was 18, maybe almost 19. They kept him back twice, once in elementary and again in junior high. He was having trouble learning, and I had to help him, and he wasn't on his own at all. He needed care. Now he's very high functioning autism, but so. What I like most about Dumagetti is that I'm going to go to the people. The people are the most wonderful people on earth here. Very sweet, very kind, willing to help you. Don't loan any money because they don't understand what a loan is, and they're taken advantage of badly by people that finance things for them, and they have no idea. All they know is they get to walk out the door with something, and then they don't realize they're paying for it for the next 5 years at a 30%. I'm exaggerating. 20% interest rate, and they have no idea. They're not financially sound. But the people are very nice. Of course, when I got divorced, and I ended up getting divorced in Las Vegas. Not so much because of Las Vegas. That's a whole other story you can look up on my YouTube. But when I got divorced, I went a little crazy and spent a lot of money on other people and other things. And though I was being generous and trying to help people, I was taken advantage of, and I was kind of gullible. So I lost quite a bit of money in the. I was there from 2005 to. I was there in 1995 to 2000. When did I get over here? 2020, roughly 2022. Let's see, 2020 till 2020. So 15 years from 1995, I was going back and forth, still married. In 2005, I permanently moved to Las Vegas and got a house. That was all fine. Then I started investing in Las Vegas, lost a lot of money on real estate, at least $1 million US, and got divorced for other reasons. Won't go into it now, but basically had to get divorced. And needed to take care of my sons because my wife left us, and one son went into the service and he was taken care of. The other son was autistic, like I mentioned, and I needed to bring him up to par to to deal with life. He had trouble dealing with problems. Still can't deal with too many problems. But he found someone, and he's with someone. They're taking care of him now. Of course, now he's going to be, he's 39, I think now. He's no kid. Sorry, I need my coffee. Anyway, so I like Dumagetti for the people, mostly. The second reason is, of course, I came here, and the women are much more approachable here. They speak English. They're beautiful women, and there's some really nice ones, and there's some that are going to take you, just like Vegas. Vegas, I would say, has 90% of the women are unapproachable unless you pay them money. Here, it's a different situation. So the women are approachable here. We're still talking to Listerine. I don't know about Dumagetti. Would I do it over again? Yes, I would do it over again. Wish I'd come here earlier. Yes, I would, because I would have had cancer that I got in 2010. I got cancer, and I would say it's because of the USA. Period. USA food and smog and pollution, mentally, physically, and health-wise, you're going to die in the USA. They don't take care of you. Again, we're not going to call them. We're not going to say who, but there's 3-letter organizations that have lied and cheated to the American people, and continue to. And take advantage of you. They tax you. They steal your money. They steal your health. I have allergies here, so my throat gets dry. You'll have to excuse me. I'll have to drink a lot. Anyway, let's talk about what I don't like. Traffic. A lot of traffic here, and people don't know how to drive. Citizens here can buy a car with no driving experience. They don't even know how to drive to buy a car. They can't even drive it off the lot. They have to ask a neighbor or a friend who drives, and they learn. There are a couple schools here, but they don't pay for them. But there's no driver's training in schools here. So traffic's a problem because people cannot drive worth a damn. So I don't like the traffic in the big cities. Cebu is worse, and Manila is even further worse. Traffic's a problem. Other than that, and because I was in Las Vegas for several years, from 2005 to 2020, so 15 years, there's no flying bugs. We don't get mosquitoes. It's very dry in Las Vegas. Here, it's very wet. It's humid. I'm still getting used to the weather. Now, that doesn't mean all of the Philippines is humid, just where Dumagetti is. Very humid, and you get a lot of flying insects, and including mosquitoes and gnats and stuff like that. Not used to that yet. Now, it's very similar to Florida weather, so if you live in Florida, you'll be just fine here, or if you grew up in Florida. That would probably be my only two things: traffic and humidity, causing things to rot. Constant bad weather. I like riding a motorbike, scooter. But because of the other drivers, and it's always going to be the other drivers, it's not safe. You do have dogs, a lot of dogs that roam. They don't have animal control here. We're going to move on. So I'm getting quite a few people. Hello, Sir Goldfinger. This is from Roy. I'm Snowbird. Wow, this throat's not going to let me go. Is there a facility to store a motor scooter when I get back to the States? Yes, right here. I allow expats to store their bikes here and then come back and pick them up. I don't use them, of course. You could take the keys with you, but you can store here. I have a lot of property here, so you can store it here. I don't charge. You could donate for the children for that, too. People ask me how much you want. I have ballot bond boxes come here, and I store the ballot bond boxes. They'll ship ahead from different countries. And I have an extra room that I put them in. Again, I don't charge. I just give them my address and have them come in. Listening goes, I heard they still use asbestos in Philippines and Thailand. Yes, they do. Not a lot. You ever been exposed to asbestos there or in the past? They still use in buildings or aftermarket Chinese brake pads. I'm going to have to get some cough drops, guys. Give me one moment. I'll be right back. My throat's just not cutting it. Give me 1 second. Man, I'll be right back, guys. Cut this off. Sorry about that. I had to get a cough drop. My throat's dry. All right. All right, so let's go back. They use asbestos here, and yes, I was exposed to asbestos because we use asbestos in when I was in the refinery with gold. It was the best product that they used for surrounding furnaces. It was hard pressed. They made suits and head arm covers, hand covers, and everything out of asbestos. And you could grab red hot crucibles and with molten metal and not get hurt. It was really a great product. You really shouldn't believe everything you hear. They do a lot of scare tactics on news. They like to build things up. I don't think asbestos was as bad as they made it out to be. So I used it. There was a house I went to go sell in California. The whole house was made. They used it for the walls, the ceilings, asbestos boards, because the guy got it for free. I've got it for free when they were removing the asbestos from some large company. I think it was Rocketdyne that he worked for. They had walls made out of asbestos, so he took it and made his house out of it. So asbestos isn't as bad as if they say. They claim it's a health hazard, that you breathe it in, it goes in your lungs and everything else. Well, so is smog. So is swimming in a pool with the kids pee in it. I mean, come on. You can't fear everything that they make. They make you, they scare you. It's been a 50-year project, I think, that the U.S. tries to scare you from every damn thing in the world, like climate control, climate change. Hello, Fort Worth, Alvin. Forgot about my podcast. What the heck, Scott? South Louisiana, yeah, I've been there. I traveled every state because I used to be a truck driver. So, yeah, I'm not really big on humidity, but when you have humidity, you have small bugs flying around. Hey, there's Rodney, my crime and partner. We're working on that. We were just talking earlier about the books in the school, which we're going to get back to. Isugan is actually the proper name to call the elementary school. I always call it Isujin, but it's actually Isugan. And Rodney's working with me. Found some great books for this school. I mean, not only is it a mixture, I didn't realize it was such a mixture. We have educational books, but we also have novels, we have stories, we have child's cartoon books, stuff for all grades. We're going to sort it out by grades and put them in the classrooms in bookcases for each classroom from probably from first grade on. I might have some coloring books. We'll buy some crayons. But we do have some comic books, too. So there's a little bit of everything. And we have some sixth grade and books maybe even all the way up to 8th grade. Science books, history books. I found a source of books, and we're going to be buying books with Rodney's help, and basically in memory of his mother that passed away, making plaques. I'm going to donate the plaques for the bookcases, and Rodney's helping with the purchase of the books and the bookcases. And then we're also going to get, I just started getting, in fact, I'm going to show you, I just started getting the microscopes. The microscopes are very interesting, actually. I got to close this. Hold on. We got something open. Okay. Let me move this a little bit. I don't want to drop it. But we started getting these, let's see if you guys can see these. So they're, I'm going to turn it on. Oh, it's got a light. Sorry, there's a light in your face. Let me turn the light off. Let me see. Now I'll turn the light. Oh, there we go. So anyway, it has a video. It's electronic, and you put it down on the product, on the item, and you can zoom in 1,000 times, from 100 to 1,000, and watch it on the video. And then these control the focus, and they're also binocular scopes. So I'm getting 30 of these for kids. So far, I've been buying them out of pocket. I'll be asking people to help with the purchase of these, but they're very cool. And then they charge. I got to show you. Got to figure it out, though. They charge a USB. Oh, just hit the mic. They charge in the back here, and one side is for a memory card, because they take photos and they videotape. So if you're looking at bugs or stuff, you can record it or record with the binocular and press a button on the side that records, and you can zoom and everything else, and save it, and also recharge. They're rechargeable, so you don't have to have batteries. I think they're cool. I think they're perfect for the kids. Anyway, purchasing those from Amazon, and I'll be getting 30 of them for the school, and I think that'll be great for them. I'm sorry, I had the mic away. So we're getting ready for that school. We need to get chalkboards for them. We need to clean their classrooms. But the first step is I'm going to hire a contractor to fix up their bathrooms. They only have one boys', one girls' bathroom. The doors are falling off the hinges, and they don't have running water. So we need to take care of that. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, my throat's dry. I have allergies, so it's starting to bug me out here. Like your background. Thank you very much, Ray. So let's move down. I'm way behind. So, all right. Where's the rest of them? There we go. Let's move this up. Yeah. Where he's talking about asbestos bear footage. Asbestos wasn't a bad product. It was actually a very good product. It's like everything else they take off the market, or they make a big stink about, and then there's a lawsuit and they start suing people over it, and it's BS. There's a lot of things that hurt you. Smog hurts you. There's noise pollution. There's people pollution. There's all kinds of pollution you get from things. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of things that affect people's health, but you don't live in a bubble, okay? Scott's in Louisiana, Cajun country. He's coming in February. Donate time for singing in Catholic Music Church. Okay, cool. So coming in February, I guess, of next year, I assume. That's cool, Scott. Welcome. You're not really late to the live. I'm early. Bingo. Love hearing about your projects and generosity. Thank you. Please give a shout out to my wife, Tesha. Hello, Tesha. Trying to convince her we should visit the Philippines. The Philippines is great. You'll love it. You can visit. But if you come for about 3 months and travel around different islands, there are beautiful beaches here. And if you can get away for 3 months, that's the best way because you can move around to different cities here. And they do have different weather here. It's just very humid where I am in Dumaguete. So yeah, those binocular microscopes are very cool. I think when I saw them, I said, "Oh, that's perfect for the school." He's Alex. Hey, Alex. Let's see. Heading to Dallas, Texas tomorrow. Got any good stories from Dallas and or Texas? Well, yeah, I went to Dallas. I was running from a tornado that started in Oklahoma. I'm not going to remember the town I was on, and I'm not going to remember the freeway, but I think the freeway was either 40 or I think it was 40, Highway 40. And I was in this town buying scrap gold, and a tornado was coming, and I heard it hit the town. That I got it the hell out of there because it was about an hour away. And I'm driving. I believe it was Highway 40. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. But I was going on my way east, and when I saw this big black thing catching up with me, and I had a friend in the car, and we were doing gold buying at jewelry stores. And this thing was huge, and you could hear it, okay? And it was huge. I've never seen one before. And the next thing I know, I'm speeding up. There's no traffic I'm the only one. I'm only the one on this like 4 or 5 lane highway, it was. I look at my mirror, all you see is black, and it looks like it's moving really fast. So I started speeding up, and I was going about 100 miles per hour to get the hell away from it. And then my friend tapped me on the shoulder. He says, "Look to your right." Well, there was a Texas patrol car. I think it was brownish. With that, he has the hat, I don't know what they call it, trooper. And I thought, oh shit, I'm doing 100 miles an hour. I'm in trouble. No, the guy looked at me. He said in his mouth, he's telling me to go faster. He says, "Get out, go faster." So, and then he zoomed away at 140, 50 miles an hour. So I saw, we looked on the map and we saw that if we go south on the next coming highway, it was just before Oklahoma City. If we took a right and went south, we'd get into Dallas. And I never tried to get away from something so fast. I was so scared. We went into Dallas, Fort Worth, and we found the first hotel, and we checked in, and the door, even when we checked in, the door was shaking back and forth from that tornado. And the manager came around and said, "Open your windows, okay? Don't shut your window. Open your windows." And then I turned on the TV. This thing wiped out the town we were in. Now I'm not going to remember the town, but it was west of Oklahoma on, I believe, Highway 40, major highway. Very scary. So that's what I remember about Dallas. Sorry, but that's all I remember. Okay, great, Scott. You know construction because I don't. We need to get water to this and put in new doors, and they have windows, so I don't think they need lights. I don't think they need electricity. They also need a hand washing station. So, and they do have a septic tank, and they do have cement walls. Okay, they have block walls. The hardware they have is fine. If the problem is the wood doors are falling off the hinges, they have holes in them and everything else. You need new doors, preferably steel. Maybe not because they're kids. I don't know. And then they need running water, maybe flushing toilets. And then they need a sink to wash their hands. They don't even have running water. There's running water there because they water plants, but there's no water to the bathroom. I don't understand why. So we'll have to dig a trench, bring in a pipe. So we'll do all that. Okay. Let's see. What else? And then I need to clean the windows. I need to get chalkboards. We need to... we're going to get maps of the Philippines. I ordered 9 globes. World globes to get them a little bit of world information. Oh, yeah. Mine's June 2nd, 70, and I'll hit 70. Woohoo! Hard to believe because I'll be the only one in my family that ever hit 70, period. Nobody hit past 67. Nobody hit 68. Hard to believe. You can hear me swallow, I bet. Anyway, so we do have some things to show you. Since we're talking about the school, we probably continue with the school. I'm going to put this up, and I'm going to add a camera. So hold on just a second while I adjust the second camera for you guys, and then we'll talk about some other things. Hold on. Let me get this all set up for you. So let's get me off to the side. And then we're going to set up the other camera. Lock me down. I talked to myself, guys. Sorry. Let's get this set up. You can see what they come in this little box. Because I have green screen, anything that's green on there, like this is green, where the parrot is, it's gonna pick up my green screen. But it is what it is. Okay, wait, everything's backwards. I gotta go this way, that way. All right. So you see right in there is some green. So it's picking up my background, as you can see. All right, and I gotta move me over a little bit. Let me lock that down. Let me move me over just a little. I'll bring myself down a little. Okay. Anyway, and I got to move this over here. Over to that side. All right. So these are the little microscope telescopes. They're pretty cool. Like I said earlier, I'm buying 30 of them. I can move it over more. All right. There we go. And, am I on screen? I'll make sure I'm still on screen. Oh, yeah, I'm still on screen. Okay, good. And sounds fine. All right. So 30 of these, and then we've got globes coming, world globes, maps of the Philippines for the wall, but we need to clean and paint their rooms and clean their windows. Their windows are disgusting. You can't see through the glass. We need to make sure they have fans in all the classrooms. They have some donated fans, but not sufficient, of all types and sizes. They don't have a lot of electricity, so we have to find fans on a wholesale basis. And Scott lives in Graham Perry. Thank you. Okay, so here we're going to go back. Damn Goldfinger, you lost the whole person. I know I lost a Filipino. I laugh about that. I've lost more weight, around 48 kilos. There's some girls out here that don't even weigh 48 kilos. 105 pounds now. So yeah, I'm down to XL. I was wearing an 8X, then a 6X, then jumped down to a 3A or 4X. Shirts. I went from 48, maybe 48 inch jeans, which I have a couple pair of. 44. I'm not even sure what I am now. Just a large, I think. I haven't bought any jeans yet because I'm still losing weight. So Ray survived a tornado in Fort Worth during college. It ripped the roof off apartment. I was in the tub and mattress over me. Oh yeah, it was crazy. This was back in. I should think about this. Is back in. I think it was before. I'm pretty sure it was before 2000, but it might have been right around a few years. I think it was before 2005. I'm sure it's before 2005. But anyway, crazy. That's the first time I ever saw something like that. I played with the controls, Rigo, before I went on. There was a few people waiting at the one scheduled tonight. Oh, shit. Excuse me. It's possible. I screw up. I don't understand. YouTube keeps changing their controls. But yeah, getting world globes. I can't keep up with YouTube. They keep changing things. They don't tell you what you're supposed to do. There's no explanation. You just open it up, and now there's a whole different, The school's called Usujin. Let's take this away. And anyway, we've got several hundred books already. We need about 900 total books. It's 9 classrooms, so I'd like to get 100 books per bookcase. We'll have other things we're going to show you also, but that's on the school. It's a province school, but it's in Darwin. It's actually Bekong. It's Bekong. So it's just south of Dumaguete. It's in Bekong, and it's a little bit off. It's not on the beach side. It's up the hills a little bit in Bekong. 300 students. It's a public school. They don't have any money. They're not getting any money. Teachers are very sweet and nice, but they have nothing. They don't have a printer. So we're going to get them a laptop and a printer, a simple laptop and a printer. And what we're going to do is put programs on there for printing tests, math or English or history, animals, things like that. They could print and for different grades, just one printer that they could use by Wi-Fi. They do have Wi-Fi, so we'll hook it up to Wi-Fi and let them print tests and educational material. Just going to get them a high-end printer, which they can do stuff on their phone with and send it to it, and a laptop for them to work on. I'm not doing resistance training. I'm not doing bands or something. I have them. I'm not doing it. I hate exercise. I just don't get in exercise. I do walk at the mall, and that's about all I do. So I walk at the mall. I would tone better, and I would have lost more weight faster had I exercised. And all my friends keep telling me to join the gym. I don't have time to join the gym. I just don't have time. I'm busy. A little ice for you. All right. What's the best way to meet you for a photo op? Tell me you're going to donate for the kids, and I'll meet with you. That's the best way. Otherwise, I don't have time. 92 was a hailstorm in Arlington. Yeah, they don't have hailstorms here. I miss those. Thank God, right? Let's see what else we got. Sugan? No, it's a Sugan. Anyway, whatever. We're gonna move on to something else. So anyway, Sugan is the school. Oh yeah, Denny Williams. Denny Williams contacted me. Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly is capturing the full market in the U.S. on peptides. They're trying to be the only supplier of retatrutide, and now they're coming out with a new one. That's good. So the new one, well, let's find out what is Eloralintide is the new one from Eli Lilly in the U.S. Eli Lilly is actually a Chinese company. They have a manufacturing facility and offices in the USA, but their peptides are made in China. China's taken over everything, I swear. And this new peptide, which isn't going to be ready for about 5 years, is supposed to be better because you don't lose muscle. Like retatrutide, you'll lose 5% muscle over a period of a year. But so far, their new peptide, though it's gone through a couple tests, I do know about it. It's only losing an average of 20% weight loss over a 48-week period, which is not even it's not even better than Ozempic, which was the first one. Their stock keeps going up, but other than that, it's an experiment. They call it experimental, once weekly injectable weight loss drug. They don't expect it out for 3 to 5 years. It's only losing at this point 20% weight loss over 48 weeks, which is not very good. Because Ozempic did 15%. which was a semaglutide. Tirzepatide did a little bit better. Tirzepatide did around, let's see. Retatrutide, tirzepatide was the second one, and it did 20 to 22%, so it's no better than tirzepatide. Now, you have to remember, people rename these peptides. So semaglutide is Wegovy and Ozempic. That's semaglutide. That was the first generation peptide. The next generation, they added a GIP to it, which is Zepbound. There's a couple different names for it, and that was tirzepatide, and it lost 20 to 22%. So that's even better. The current one that's actually in use and being produced right now in China and India and Russia, I believe, is retatrutide. Now, retatrutide's received 30% average. Now, you have to remember, average only means what some people did less, some people did more on the studies, but some people probably weren't taking it like they're supposed to once a week, and they probably, and everybody's different. Some people lose more weight, some people lose less, but the average was 30%. I've already lost 35% on retatrutide, so I'm above average on retatrutide. Excuse me. This new one, eloralintide, doesn't work like the first three generation. They work on your amylin, which is a different thing altogether. You have a receptor called amylin, and it works in a different way. I think they'll come up with something else. Honestly, right now, it's not looking like it's going to be available till 2030, at least. 20% isn't very good results, so I'm not really putting a whole lot of trust in that one. And we all know that Eli Lilly is trying to corner the market, and they charge too much already for they're trying to get all the other companies that sell retatrutide, which was compounding pharmacies and stuff like that, and was competing with them. They're literally trying to get them closed up and stop producing, so they'll be the only ones available in the market, and they already charge more than anybody else. So bottom line is, Eli Lilly is a corporate monster, typically FDA approved, and they're working together, honestly, just to charge a lot of money for something you can get elsewhere for less. Here in the Philippines, I sell retatrutide for a hell of a lot less than you get in the USA. Alex Sims, he says, yeah, Highway 40 goes through Oklahoma City. No, it's not a great. So there is. There's something. Talk about memory. Talking about memory. Now I forgot. No, there's a new peptide out from Russia. I'm really excited about it. I started taking it, and everybody that's taken it has really excited about it. It's called CMAX, SEMAX, and it works on your cognitive memory. You remember little things, like, I guess when you get older, you just forget small details. You have to write everything down. And sorry, it's iced coffee. And CMAX really works good. You notice it right away. Now, not all peptides work right away. Most take 2 or 3 months. The side effect, actually, of retatrutide is you lose weight right away. It was a good side effect, and that's why they added glucagon to retatrutide, which gets rid of visceral fat. It doesn't do anything else. But the original Ozempic, the purpose was not actually a weight loss. It was to lower your blood pressure and your blood sugar. That takes about 3 or 4 months, and it does work. I'm no longer on blood pressure medicine. I no longer take injections or pills for blood sugar. So you'll always be diabetic, because I'll probably always have to stay on retatrutide, but you'll go on a maintenance dose, which is very little, and you naturally produce enough insulin to be able to have sweets. However, I still eat low carb, but that doesn't mean I don't eat anything with sugar. I have cheat days. Cheat day is Sunday, which doesn't mean you go crazy, but it's a cheat day. And so you always have to watch the sugar intake. But right now, I'm like 120 over 70 on blood pressure, and I'm 85 on a glucose scale. I was I was diabetic for sure. Okay, I had to take 2 pills a day for diabetes, and it was almost to the point of injections. And those things will cause other problems for you. Those have really bad side effects. You can lose your limbs from diabetes. Okay, things like that. And no longer, I'm healthy. I forgot what they call it, but my A1C, I believe they call it it was 5.1. I was in the 7 range. I was 6.8 to 7.2, and that's how they test for long-term blood sugar. 5.1 is, I didn't even know it was reachable for me. Okay, I'm sure losing weight helps too, but again, that was so. So I think Retta's way ahead of the game on because it works. It took 3 or 4 months for the blood pressure and the blood sugar to drop. To lose the weight was immediate. So that was you have to take it up slowly, but it was an immediate side effect. So that was the good part. I'm gonna go to the TY store. Highway 35 goes south from Oklahoma City to Dallas. Okay, so that's the one I turned on. Okay, thanks. I don't remember. But yeah, it was exit stage right. I had to get away from that hurricane. Okay, almost missed your show today, and your cold is still there. Yeah, I'm still fighting something. Hey, hi, Jan. So Jan and Jan's a client also. Quite a few clients I have that are on here with peptides. And Jan and I have an ongoing love story. I thought Jan, he's from, where are you from again, Jan? I thought it was, to me in America, we're so simple-minded. The name Jan is a female name, typically. You don't find too many Jans in America, but you do, say, in Scotland or other countries, Jan is a guy's name, and Jan is a guy. And he'd order for me by text or email, and I go, okay, dear, okay, honey, all right, I'll get that off to you. And I kept saying dear and everything else, until I realized Jan's a dude. And so we got a love ship relationship going back and forth when he texts me. I always say yes, dear, and send him a heart. Rico says, do you plan on doing any channel t-shirts? No, I don't have time for that. That was a big item for Critter Hunter. I didn't see as many there last time. Oh yeah, I might do my own shirt that I'll advertise. Ask me about peptides. You can't, or the real thing is, did you get my ebook? That's going to be on the other side. Did you get my ebook? It's free. Paul hates that. Everybody hates that. I always say, did you get the ebook? You cannot see it now, but the commercials I am getting on the YouTube ads now are for Blue Chew supplements. Interesting. It's like you're talking peptides. They probably do. Okay, I mean, they probably do. It's funny. No, I don't see the commercials. In fact, I don't even know how to. I tried to turn them off. I haven't figured that out yet. YouTube is so complicated. Wish that was around when my mom was still alive. Yeah, I'm sorry. Wish it was around for my dad too. Could have taken it to stop daily or mild dementia. There are yes, semaglutide. There are actually as other things for dementia that work very well now, and there's peptides for everything right now. So yeah. You're only 125 pounds. Well, you don't have to worry about it, Scott. Yeah, we'll get you covered, Scott, when you get here. My wife now handles the scooter, Easy Rider Rentals. Jan's from Germany. Okay, this is dear. Yeah, so every time Jan orders something from me, yes, dear, love you, dear, I blow him a kiss, with an emoji kiss. Because it's our running laugh thing going on. Because I just honestly, for a long time, Until one time, I think I called him, and it was a guy answered. I says, "Well, is your wife or is Jan there?" And he starts laughing. Oh God, I felt so small. All right. Well, good to hear from you. Hopefully everything's working. I just sent Jan. I just sent you, I think, a C-Max. I think you got your package already. I'm not sure. I can't follow up. I'm sending half a dozen packages a week. I'm sorry, half a dozen packages a week. And I think I sent you a C-Max. I sent it to somebody. I think it was you, Jan. Hopefully, if I did, I'll send you one. It's for a trial. Here, they're only 2,500 pesos, which is like 55 bucks. Could last up to 20 days. If you take a smaller amount, or 10 days if you take a larger amount. But it works in the cognitive. It's really good for us older guys that forget things, okay? In any case. So let's talk about some other things, okay? So we actually started talking about peptides. There's other things available. I haven't been putting anything under my... this is really good for you to use. Let's see. I'm having trouble getting it to stay. It won't stay. Methylene blue. I don't know if you can see it. I see it's green. The green's turning pictures. But methylene blue is something that I carry. I take on a regular basis. You add it to your water. So that's really good for your cognitive, methylene blue. You want to take... here's another item. These are things I take. So people ask me, what do I take? I add this to my water. You can get methylene blue, by the way, from Amazon if you're in the States and can't get it from me. This is pH increaser. I had cancer in 2010. I beat it. Now I can only tell you what I take. I can only tell you what happened for me. I can't tell you what you should do. It's not allowed, and I'll get a strike from YouTube if I tell you that it's good for you. Get that? But it's what I take. So the disclaimer here is this is what I use, this is what I took, and this is how I became healthy and how I beat cancer. Boy, I got to be very careful, especially when you say the word cancer. They're so screwy. But you add a few drops of this to your water, which I do on a regular basis. And there's another thing you take for cancer. So besides this, you want to take, let me see if I have it here. Oh, I do. You want to take hydrogen peroxide. Hold on just a second. I need to move this mic. I don't know if you'll be able to see it because it's kind of a big bottle. Very cheap here to get hydrogen peroxide. This is 35% hydrogen peroxide. Way too strong to take. Hopefully I have it the right way. I don't know. Did I put it upside down? Yeah, I put it upside down. Nice. All right, let's put it this way. Flipping it. This is a whole liter of 35% hydrogen peroxide. They didn't have smaller on Lazada here, and this was literally $17 US. You won't use a liter in 5 years, okay? Because you put a few drops, like 5 to 7 drops in your water along with the pH, and those two things alone cured my cancer. Now, can't tell you if it's going to work for you. I just tell you what I was told in Mexico when I had cancer. It was pancreatic cancer. And I was told to get food grade, don't forget food grade hydrogen peroxide. It is available from Amazon in a smaller bottle, which is fine, but only at a 6% solution, which is fine. It'll cost you more, okay? I think it's only a pint, and it's, I don't remember the cost. It's probably 50, 60 bucks. But you only take a few drops anyway. So you add that to your water. It gives it a funny taste a little bit, but it's not horrible. And you can take 6% solution. And there is called, also on Amazon, is a book called The 1 Minute Cure. Now, it used to be a 2 or 3 page flyer. If you send me a request, I might be able to send you the book. I have it downloaded on my phone. But the 1 Minute Cure is all about taking hydrogen peroxide. And that oxygenates your blood. So the deal is, excuse me, I I had to put that on the floor. It's kind of big. The deal is by oxygenating your blood and by alkalining your blood, you kill cancer cells. Now, cancer cells are something that we all have in our body. I'll show this again. And along with this, what you want to do is you want to get these cheap. I don't know if they have them on Amazon or not. I buy everything from Lazada. You want to get this cheap pH. Oh God, it's green. Anything green is going to show up with some other picture on it. Oh well. These pH papers, and you test your water to make sure. I'm going to fold this back. You're not going to be able to see it. It's visible. I opened it up. You use this orange, yellowish paper, and you test your water, and then the color code's over here, and you want it to turn slightly green, okay? Which I test my water, and I get it slightly green. I find 6 to 8 drops works. Now, obviously, the colors are going to pick up, especially the green one, of course. But you just use some of these papers, and you test your water, and as long as it's very cheap. I'm sure they have that on Amazon, too. But that's what you want to do is test your water, make sure it comes up green, and that means you have a pH of 8. Now, in some countries, like USA, I'm not sure if it's all countries, you could buy alkali water, pH 8, pH 9, which is as you go up, it becomes alkaline. As it goes down, it becomes acidic. You don't want to be acidic because that's where cancer cells survive in an acid. And the problem is you are what you eat and drink. Coca-Cola is very acidic. Tomatoes are very acidic. Raw tomatoes. You're going to have to go look up and start using AI and ask it for a list of vegetables or fruits that are acidic. Some are very, very badly acidic. I don't eat raw tomatoes anymore. And I do not drink Coca-Cola or any dark sodas. If you're going to drink a soda, you want it to be sugar-free because cancer cells survive on sugar. They feed off of sugar. Sugar is a really bad thing to have in your body. So glucose is really bad. Any kind of sugar. The opposite of being oxygenated. So if you're not oxygenated, you're going to also support cancer cells. And if you're acidic, you're going to be supporting cancer cells. So there's 3 things you want to keep away from is that kind of stuff. Now, I'm told, though I still use this, hopefully I'm facing this the right way, I was thinking it is. I still use fenbendazole. I do it to deworm. When you're in third world countries, they don't radiate their food. They don't spray it with insecticides. They don't wax cover apples. They don't wash off eggs and put them through. They use the. When you use eggs here, you wash the eggs off and then crack them, because they have a natural enzyme on the outside by the chicken that protects the eggs from spoiling. They don't typically refrigerate their eggs here. We refrigerate them in the U.S. because they've been washed and cleaned and made beautiful. Not the best thing for you, honestly. But I take fenbendazole, and this is 75 milligram. You can get it from Lazada. Here you can get it right over the counter. I buy everything from Lazada. It's cheaper. I think you can still get it from, possibly get it in the U.S. From animal feed stores. I don't think you might be able to get it from Amazon. I'm not sure. They take these things away from you readily being able to get it. They can use fenbendazole for animals to deworm animals too. The product was to deworm, but it gets rid of the bad cells in your body, which are the CANCER cells. And you basically want 225. So I take 3 of these, and you take it once a day for 5 to 7 days. 5 days is fine. And then you stop for a week, and then you go on for another week because the things you have in your body, they lay eggs. It's pretty gross, but they lay eggs in your intestines, and the eggs don't hatch, and it doesn't affect them until they hatch and they become live, and they feed off of it. So that's another thing you do. There's other things you can do too, which is, of course, I'm going to get to the comments in a minute. You want to get, reach it, hold on. Here's one, ivermectin. These are things we can get here in the Philippines and in Mexico. I'll have to hold on to it. Ivermectin. Ivermectin's very good for solving problems. If you start taking this stuff on a regular basis, especially alkali water and food-grade hydrogen peroxide, you'll never get cancer. You'll live longer. Let's see, what else is there? There's also another product that's very good. They don't talk about this too often. This is really good for general health. Colloidal silver. And also nano silver, which is the same thing. This I know you can get from Amazon. It's expensive. It's cheap here. It's over the counter, but it's pretty expensive but it's worth it. You need to, if you're going to live in the U.S., you're going to have to protect yourself from the bads and the sins. Oops, is that? Yeah, you can see it. Nano silver, 20 parts per million, and this one is 30 parts per million. These are for general health. I'm just going to show you a few things. I'm going to go quickly. COQ10 for mitochondria, overall health to keep you from getting sick. I don't catch colds or get flus anymore, typically. But this COQ10 builds up your immune system. Same as methylene blue. Methylene blue, COQ10, they work together. And you don't need to get a strong, this might be 300 milligram. Literally, you just need consistency, one pill a day. And if you can find 100 milligram, that's fine too. But just want one of these a day. You don't taste them or anything. This is very good, and I actually get this from Amazon. I'm not even going to try to say it. It's Nattokinase. Nattokinase is very good for cholesterol, cleaning of your veins. Again, you have to take one pill a day. You need to take it on a consistent basis. It's going to take several months. But if you're on it for 6 months or more, you're not going to need cholesterol medicine. And cholesterol medicine has really bad side effects. This is not a medicine. It's a natural product. You guys can look this up. Nattokinase. Another item. I just started. I take one of these a day. They're beetroot from this particular company because it's cold pressed powder. It's not heated, so it doesn't kill the enzymes in beetroot. They sell this online. They may sell it on Amazon. This particular company, Xanther, is excellent. I take one a day. It does take 3 or 4 months, but it's good for many things. Mitochondria, your telomere cells, things like that. I'm starting to get a pile of stuff here. Creatine. Creatine powder is, I'm just going quickly. Creatine powder is also very good for you. It will help with many different things, including if you're having leg problems. And so if you're having pain in your legs or joints, this is excellent. You can get this, I believe you can get this anywhere. You can get it on Amazon, I'm sure. All right. That kind of covers quite a few things. Some things I take, all right, you could use, you can't get. So this is a Philippine product, Tuba. Oh, I hope I have it the right way. Tuba is a great product for, it's patches, very inexpensive. I actually sell these, but they're temporary relief, Tuba. And of course it's green, so it's going to pick up my background. But Tuba is a pouch. Inside are 20 patches, about 2 inches by 1 inch. They sell for 200 pesos for 20. And then on the second box, it's half off, so it's 100 pesos. And I think $1.50. It's nothing. 61 pesos, almost 62 pesos to the dollar now. But this is definitely a product you can't get in the U.S. It's all natural, by the way. This is something you can get from Amazon. Oh, I'm starting to block my light. Hold on. I didn't realize it's blocking my light with my own garbage here. Oops. DMSO. DMSO is also something you can rub on your back, rub on your joints. Helps arthritis or joints, it's like that. It's not a cure. There are peptides for that to cure that, but this is at least temporary relief for several hours. I like the one with aloe, but they sell other ones too. But you just rub it on your joints, your fingers, your ankles, your legs, your back, whatever. It works really good. Again, a product from Amazon you can get. And I don't know if I have any open. Let me open this. Probably going to be green. So I add this to my water as well. So it's a powder, and it has electrolytes. So you want to take electrolytes when you're on any peptide, especially Retta, or if you're fasting. Fasting is very good for you, by the way. You could do 2 or 3 day fast or a water fast. There's all kinds of YouTube information on that. I don't need to go over it. But this has, you can see it lists the different, if you want to zoom in. I don't know if I can zoom in. Let me see. Hopefully it's going to be clear. But it has different types of electrolytes. Let's see if I can get in there. I'm going to try here. Let's see. I got to go left, I think. Well, anyway, we try to zoom. I don't know if it's clear. Oh, I see I have to move it one way or the other. All right. Anyway, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items, which obviously is out of focus. Shit. All right. Well, this is something I get on Lazada, but I'm sure it's available also on Amazon or something like it. Let's see. Can I get this? Can I get that over there? Come on. Why are we not seeing it? Am I going the wrong way? No, I'm going the right way. All right. I'm sorry. I'm having a little trouble focusing this in. But anyway, that's something I take in my water as well. So I add salt. There we are. I finally got it, but then I moved it. Oh, shoot. All right. Anyway, so that's kind of covers a lot of that. I also, it won't do you any good, I don't think, in the U.S. Of course, the book's green, so you're not going to be able to see it. But this is Ancient Remedies, revived. Let me go pull out a little bit. There's a lot of plants here that we're able to cure a lot of illnesses with here. Carolyn uses this quite a bit. We literally have weeds out here that will take away pain, help you with if you have a sore throat or if you have a cough or a temperature. Because of the province, they can't afford medicine. You know, they use old proven methods to cure things. So I'm going to need to take this camera off so I can... Hold on just a second. I'm working on this, guys, and I'll get back to your comments. So let me get over here. Let's close this camera off. I got rid of me. Sorry, I wasn't supposed to get rid of me. So let's get rid of that. I got to move me back. There we go. All right. So anyway, I'm back. Okay, let's lock me down. And let's go back to the comments and we'll go. That was a quick synopsis of what I use. Besides the fact that I have 16 peptides. Yes, I inject up to 16. Some are once a week, some are every other day. Some are you take it for 4 weeks and then you stop. So I don't actually inject 16 every day, but I have 16 peptides that I take. So, oh yeah, okay. Jan said yes. Let me see. How's Uncle Paulie? Oh, I gotta go back. Oh, okay. C-Max was the last one. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm back now. How is Uncle Paulie? I don't know. I haven't seen him. He's been in recluse. You added a free one to it, yes, because of the invoice mix-up. Okay, good. That's good. I know I try to take care of everybody. Also, Nature Springs pH 9 water here in the Phillies. Okay, I didn't know that. They don't have it here in Duma, Jan. So they just don't have it. They don't have anything here like that in Duma. I've been to many stores. I've looked for it. They don't have alkali water. Scott says he takes ivermectin. You have to tell Scott what does it do for you, why you take it. I assume to help with building your immune system and getting rid of any kind of toxicity you might have in your cells. If buying COQ10, buy. I'm not even trying to say that. Not the other version. I have no idea how to say that. I'm not going to even try it. I didn't know there was more than one version, to be honest with you, Mike. Well, that's good information. No, I don't have a cold. I have allergy, Dura. It's right now. It's everything's growing. It was a lot of rain the last few weeks, like every day. It's been misty or rainy, and I've had allergies when I was a kid, and they come back to you later. But I don't have a cold. I'm not sick. You don't need food. You take more pills and shots. I mean, that's true. Well, the Reddit really kind of stops you from eating much. I'm eating one meal a day, and I feel full. I don't have breakfast anymore. I've had breakfast in months and months and months since I started. I've been on, come the 2nd of June, that'll be 10 months for me on Retta. So it's been a long time. But it's 105 pounds off. That's pretty good. What is the protocol for returning a bike? Yes, when you get a bike, Rigo, we fill it, make sure it's full. If it isn't full, we mark it on the paperwork, or I'll send somebody off to fill it. When you return it, you fill it with fuel, gas. You do not need to wash it. I have employees here full-time, and they will wash the bike. In fact, anytime you rent a bike from me, you can stop by and we'll wash it for you during the week. They're not here available on Sundays usually. But Monday through Saturday, I will wash the bike for free and chat with you if I'm available. So there's your protocol. Fill the tank. If you got it on half full, we'll mark it half full. If that's it sometimes happens. We miss it. We don't make sure all the bikes are full because we use the bikes. We rotate using the bikes to make sure that their batteries are charged and everything's working right. And my guys ride them and they know how to. They're all mechanics. It's all Carolyn's brothers, and they're all mechanics. She has 5 brothers that are all mechanical. They're actually, some of them are engineers. And they'll ride the bikes, and they'll see if there's a problem with the brakes, with the steering, with the sound of the engine, the clutch, or anything like that. So even though they're automatic, they still have clutches. So and they'll bring it to my attention, and then we'll say, okay, well, let's take that one out of stock. We can't rent it. We have to service it. Yes, U.S. has cures for many things, including cancer. Getting chemo is the last thing I would ever do, or radiation. Again, I had cancer, and I did myself. I did not. Let me say, for myself, last thing I would do. I have to be careful. I say this for myself. I'm speaking in only for me. I would never do chemo. I would never do radiation. There are natural ways to cure yourself. Okay, so Scott says, go to the local Louisiana sorry at a round corner store, but we'll save these remedies. All right, well, yeah, if you go to local stores, they have remedies that you can get. So, yeah, okay, I caught up. So there's a lot of things here you can get a lot cheaper than in the U.S., and you can live like a king on $3,000 U.S. dollars a month. Nobody makes that kind of money. You'd be making the same amount of money. At $3,500 a month, you're making the same money as a president. That'll tell you how much money you're making. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Carolyn has 2 engineers in the family. One's a sound engineer. One is a construction engineer. She also has a couple brothers that just do the farming. They like farming and ranching. They have property that they have up in the rural area, and then but they come down and they all know how to make. I bought them tools and stuff a couple of years back. I bought them full sets of mechanic tools and stuff, and now they work on everybody's bikes in the community. Gave them a way to make money. Carolyn now runs the whole purpose of Easy Rider Rentals. The whole purpose was so that I didn't have to buy property, which I think is not a good idea for you to buy property here or get into a house, purchasing a house. Not a good idea unless you have a very strong relationship with your Filipino wife, not girlfriend, and you've been married for several years, and you're not going to get kicked out of your own house. So what I did was I set Carolyn up in business. Now, the bikes currently are all in my name. We have 35 scooters. It's a lot, a couple billion pesos worth. So, but I built it up over 2 years, and I created the business for her, and slowly she learned how to do contracts and how to rent bikes and what mechanical things they need. And now she has her brothers coming here, and we have 1 or 2 brothers stay here, and I pay them to maintain the bikes. So they clean them, but they not just cleaning them and filling them with fuel, but they also will service them. I bought all the equipment for changing tires. I bought air compressor and tools that they can take them apart and change brakes, and they do everything now. Change brake lines, they check the oil, change the oil, clean the filters, things like that. So now she runs it, and she gets the money for it, and she helps her family out back home in the province, and basically the whole family's doing much better now. And I just said, well, that's my gift to you. So if anything happens to me, she makes enough money now. She could even stay in this house. And I explained to her more than one time that this has a long-term rental on the house that I rented here. I don't plan on buying it, but she might be able to buy it later on, or I might buy it later on. But Easy Rider Rentals is advertised. It's licensed. It had to be licensed and advertised in her name. And when we pay taxes, of course, taxes are not a whole lot, but we have to pay taxes to the BIR based on the income we make. It's very low though, and basically she could run this forever if she wants to, or she could sell it off and make quite a bit of money. But I think she's better off running it for many years because it gets we're getting repeat customers. People recognize the name. Of course, the original name was Filipino Motor Rental. Big mistake. All I got was Filipinos. That didn't last but 2 or 3 months when I realized that's not going to work. But Carolyn's last name is Filipino, so I said Filipino Motor Rentals. Excuse me. I had just really this allergies. I had watery eyes and dry throat. It's driving me nuts. I have to take something else for my throat because I talk a lot. My throat gets dry. All right. So this way she has a business and her brothers have an income, and they can run this without me if something happens to me. Yeah, you won't be able to spend $4,300 a month unless you live in Manila. All right. I'll say, so Kenneth has asked twice, what was my beginning dose? You start very low on retatrutide. 0.25 milligrams for the first week. The second week, you're going to double it to 0.5 milligrams. 0.5, half a milligram. Based on how much weight you have to lose and what your side effects are. So there's several things that base itself on. What is your current weight? How much weight do you need to lose? You can go up on the third or fourth week to 1 milligram. But you can't just automatically start with 1 milligram. You'll get side effects. You'll get ill. So it's a slow process. The first month you'll lose weight. Some people are affected quite strongly by the side effect of losing weight, and some people are not. So you may not lose anything in the first week, but you're getting used to the retatrutide, okay? And so use very little, 0.25, like I said. Dan says, hey, long time no see. You're right. Hay fever. No, they don't have that. They don't have peptides for hay fever. There's some peptides that they don't have peptides for testosterone. They have peptides that will help you create your own testosterone, but not specifically won't take the place of injections. There's several things that peptides they don't have yet. That doesn't mean they won't have it in the future. There's 2,000. Your body has several thousand different peptides naturally in your body. Oh my God, my throat's driving me nuts. Sorry, my throat's dry. Hopefully Carolyn hears me coughing and she'll bring something in for me. Some disgusting plant crap to have me drink. It's usually hot and it has plants and it usually tastes pretty bad. Anyway, neuropathy. Neuropathy is one that's very difficult. Now, they do have ARA 290. That one is designed for neuropathy. And I've had mixed reviews on it. I don't have neuropathy. I don't have leg pain. But I have a couple people that have been on ARA 290. The problem is you have to use a lot of it. And it takes time. It does take 3 months. And it's kind of pricey. So most peptides take 3 months. So ARA 290 is a 3 or 4 month process. And you have to take shots every day. And you're going through a bottle every 5 days, so it's very expensive. About $50 every week, $50-$60 every week. Okay, so that's kind of expensive for here, because it doesn't last very long. You're taking so if you're at $60 a week, $250 US dollars per month, that's expensive for here. And it takes 3 months before it starts going away, and most people do not have patience for that. And then it's something you're gonna titrate down once the pain's gone, but you'll probably always be on it because it activates your pituitary gland to solve the neuropathy problem. Okay, that's a Russian peptide also. No, I'm good. These allergies are driving me crazy. So no, they don't have one for hay fever. They don't have, some of the peptides take a long time to solve some problems. So you weigh 260, you want to drop 45 pounds. So you're still going to start with 0.25 milligrams. And the first week. And then peptide stays in your system 6 days, but you're going to go every 7th day because you don't want to keep hitting the receptor on a constant basis. You want to have nothing on the receptor for at least 24 to 48 hours, and then you hit it again. So it reacts. So that's why we go every 7 days. Now you can plateau. Some people do plateau after several months, and there's ways to get around that. You could obviously increase, but at a certain point you'll just increase your peptides. You can go 120 units. You could go 12 milligrams, 15 milligrams even. Nothing happens. You don't lose weight. So there's a way to reset it. That's down the line. That's 6 to 8 months down the line after you've been on it, and you still have more weight to lose. You also can mix peptides. So you could take tirzepatide and retatrutide at the same time, 50-50. And that seems to help too. But again, that's not something we need to talk about at the beginning. Super loud. Sorry. I'm sucking on a cough drop. Okay, I'll try not sucking on it anymore. B12, yes, B12 is very good for that as well. Dave says his neuropathy is almost gone with 2,000 milligrams of B12. The B12 shot is better than the B12 pill. Anything you inject into your bloodstream works better than anything you swallow that goes through your intestines, because you only get about 5%, 3 to 5%, they say, of any pill you take orally. But when you inject it, you get 90% to 100%. So, God, stupid. I'm sorry. It chatters on my teeth. This cough drop's driving me nuts. But yeah, B12 is a very good way. So anybody that has neuropathy, B12 is a good way. Unfortunately, it's too expensive for injections. It'll work right away. So you could do B12 pills, and if you want something immediate relief, you could do injections for a week or two. Those some of the peptides work right away. Some take months. So there you go. They have other things here too, which I didn't show you. I'll just show you on this one. These are AirPods, Apple AirPods. Because of my Chinese connection, this pill's driving this cough drop's driving me nuts. Because of this, because of my Chinese direct connections, I'm able to get Apple AirPods very cheap and resell them. They're the real thing. I've had people check them out. Nick from Nick's Computer Fix, who has 300 subscribers, and he's been around for 13 years as an Apple guy. I don't know if you can see that picture or not. Anyway, he completely took them apart. He says they're the real thing. You could also pull the numbers up, and it connects to your phone just like an Apple, and it has automatic noise canceling on these. They're version 4. They sell here for 11,500 pesos, and they sell in the U.S. for over $200 for AirPods, and I'm able to sell them for $50 U.S., 2,500 pesos, because of where I get them from. Because they're not being shipped to the California, where they have import fees quite a bit due to tariffs now, and they ship them back over here, and the Philippines has tariffs. So when you buy them here, they're almost the same price with all the tariffs as what you could pay for in the U.S. But I could get them, I could sell them for 2,500 pesos, $50, because I get them direct out of China. There's a lot of things you can get direct out of China, which is a hell of a lot cheaper. And then sometimes it's weird. Amazon will have a better deal. So things that come from China, you can actually get a better deal from Amazon because they get a bigger discount. So a Cajun plan, huh? All right, Scott. We'll see how that works. Yeah. Yeah, if you looked at my yard, you would see I usually have 15 bikes sitting around. They come and they go. Some are rented for a few days, and some are rented for a week, and some I don't see for months and months and months. But we follow up because they have to make payments every month, and we'll have to do oil changes every 3 months. But yeah, she has 35 bikes. I don't think she can handle much more than that. But Carolyn's really good about organizing things. So she's got everything on a computer now with a list. It says when the bike, who has the bike, when the bike was rented, how many kilometers on it, when the service was done. She keeps track of it, and then it notifies her when registration's due or other things. So that's good because I can't do that. I'm not a computer whiz. But she puts that on a program that keeps track of it and notifies her, so she could look up any bike, and she has it by model, year, and license number, and then of course she has the registration of each bike, the engine number. How do you order the AirPods from me? You can order from me, and I can send them to you. If you're in the Philippines, you just have to pay shipping. So just let me know if you're in the Philippines, Ray. You'll pay 500 pesos shipping, and I have them. Just so that you know, the ones with the rubber tips version 4, they have rubbers on them, and then I have non-rubber. The rubber ones are 3,500 pesos. The non-rubber tips is 2,500, and they're the real McCoy. If you're in the Philippines, that's what you're going to pay, 2,500, 3,500, or 3,500. And the 3,500 ones have a bigger battery, it's a bigger unit, and you could charge it. I forgot what they call it, but they have this pad. You just lay it on top of the pad, and it charges. It charges the unit, the holder, and then the holder is the actual battery too. So it keeps them charged all the time. So when you open it up, it turns on and it turns them on and everything, and they're automatic once you connect them to your phone. And then if you're in the States, it's going to cost you more. So we're able to get peptides to the States, by the way, by courier. It has to be by courier. It's the only way. Shipping is not going to work. Okay, so they get confiscated or they get stolen. I don't know which. But there's rules against shipping things into the States, but you're allowed to take medications or products for health, like supplements, which is a supplement. You could take them with you on a plane. So we actually have people that go to the U.S. and like every 3 months, and they'll bring a dozen or so, six to a dozen different customers, and you can get them in the States, but they're gonna cost you more, and you might not save any money. You save a little bit of money, but I'm not sure how much money you'll save. Typically, it's going to be 3 times the price for both peptides and the AirPods. But in the States, because I have to pay for the plane and travel expenses. All right, so let's go back. How do we order them? Okay, according to Alex, I've been taking Retta for a month, and I play a lot of sports. I don't eat or I go for CrossFit to kickball. I start feeling lightheaded at times. Is that low blood pressure? Yes. Or low blood sugar. It's not a side effect. That's what they were created for. You need to check your blood pressure and check your blood sugar. So if you're taking pills, Alex, the pills will take you below normal. The Retta won't. But if you're taking pills with Retta, yeah, you're probably getting lightheaded because you have too low a blood pressure or too low a blood sugar. And the pills that you're taking, which you haven't changed your prescription, or you haven't cut out some of your prescription, is forcing your blood pressure or your blood sugar too low. Retta will take you to normal after 3 months, 4 months. So if you're getting up from a chair and getting lightheaded, or if you're playing sports and you're getting lightheaded, that's not really an effect at all of Retta. Retta took you to normal. It's the fact that you're taking pills. So you're going to have to let me know whether you're taking pills or not. If you're taking pills, you need to measure with a cuff and the old style air pump. If somebody check your blood pressure, a doctor or someone in the house, not the machines. The machines are not accurate. So the cuff machines, especially the wrist machines that check your blood pressure, they're horrible. They don't work. I don't care what anybody says, they don't work. I've gone through several of them. I've had people come here and we actually check with the old style doctor where they put a cuff on you and they have a gauge, and we pump it up. And as far as your blood sugar, you either have to have a monitor, a patch, which goes to your phone. It's a patch you can leave on there for several days or a week, or you're going to have to prick your finger and check your blood directly. There's no such thing as not getting an actual blood, like wearing a watch and telling you what your blood sugar is. That's bullshit. It ain't going to work. You literally need to check the blood itself for blood sugar. That's the only way to get an accurate number. So you'll have to tell me, Alex, if you're taking pills for blood sugar or for blood pressure, and then that's where your problem is. You're in Manila. Great. Okay, so just hit me up. You know what? I'm going to put on here again some information. Hold on a second. I'll put some information on how to reach me. But let's see. Let's go to here. Copy. And paste. Paste. And put that out. So there's information how to reach me. for peptide information, which would include the AirPods if you want them, or by email for other information or questions you have. I have a lot of, right now, I see 20 or 30 emails I've already gotten, so I won't be able to answer them till a little later, guys, but yeah, we'll get it to you. Okay, next is, what is this one? Ultimate Guide. I pinned that. Okay, and then here's another one I'm going to give you two. Let's talk about this doctor. Let's see. Not sure if I be able to say her name right. Ashley Froese, I believe is her name. Dr. Ashley Froese is an incredible doctor in the USA. Very clear on peptides, and she gives a lot of good information. I really like watching her because she doesn't have an attitude. So if you guys want to learn more about it on YouTube, go to Dr. Ashley Froese, I believe is how it's spelled. There's the link. And if you would like to get a guide that I just recently put out, thank you, Carolyn, my wife. Carolyn created the Ultimate Guide for Peptides by Goldfinger. It's pretty damn good. So it has all the information of most of the peptides I carry. I do carry some new ones that may not be on there yet. I'm going to paste that. And this is for you guys to get information about directly about the peptides. Oh, I put peptides by itself. Well, I didn't leave any spaces. Shoot. Okay, let me fix that one real quick and do it again. That's what happens when you go fast. Okay, so Ultimate Guide of Peptides. Well, actually, there were spaces, but for some reason when it prints... Interesting. I don't know why it did that. Let me see if I can fix that. Enter. Give a space. And give a capital T, which it is. Okay. Let's try it again. I'm going to try copy this and paste it again and see if it'll paste better so you can be able to get the link. Okay, paste that without formatting. Let's try that. Ultimate Guide of Peptides. Still doing it. It's weird. That's the problem with... you're not taking pills. Never had pills. Okay. Check your blood pressure, Alex, and check your blood sugar. It's not being caused by Retta because Retta will not take you below normal. So just get your blood pressure checked and your blood sugar. One of those two are too low. If you're getting dizzy, it's because you're too low. It has to. I'm almost positive it has to do with blood sugar or a blood pressure problem, not caused by Retta. Retta doesn't have that side effect. All right. So there's a bunch of links. Taking beetroot is blood pressure is terrific. Taking beetroot is smart. It relaxes, widens blood vessels. Yeah, naturally you'll get off of cholesterol medicine. My triglycerides are wonderful. Okay, I have to go back. I missed some. Your last guest was very nice, but I can't help but thinking he was paranoid for meeting with a heart surgeon in case something happened. Yes, he was. He just had a family history of heart. Actually, everybody in his family lived a very long time. He still was very paranoid about seeing doctors and stuff. I didn't understand it. Guy's going to live to 100. I don't know why. But yeah, he was. I agree. He was strange about it. He had to talk to doctors in person. He had to talk about, he was very worried about living in Dumageddon. He wants to live in Dumageddon, but he was afraid they didn't have hospitals that would be able to do heart surgery for him in case he had needed bypass surgery or other problems, stents or things like that. So, we all have our fears. That was his fear. My fear is dying on a motorbike, to be honest with you. Every time I go on a scooter, I say a prayer. But I love scooters. I won't get a car, so I just try to be a little bit more careful, but I'm not careful. To be honest with you, I pass vehicles. I have no patience, and that's my problem. Speed kills, okay? it's not going to be me. It's going to be the other guy. It's going to be a car that crosses over the center line and hits me square on. I already know it. I'm going to die by a scooter. But that's my biggest fear. That's my biggest fear here in the Philippines, dying by a scooter. So every time I take a scooter out, it's like, oh, God, am I going to live to come back home? All right, it's 10:10. I'm going to cut it off in about 20 minutes, guys, because we covered quite a bit. So we covered the school. We covered peptides. We covered how to get yourself healthier and get rid of the CAN-CER cells. There's if you could find if there's any other questions, you're welcome to ask me, because I'm going to cut it off early so I have some time to go to the mall and have some lunch today, which I usually don't have time for. And I got to answer a whole bunch of, oh my God, I got a whole bunch of messages. So I'll have to answer those after lunch. So that'll give you an idea. Okay. I don't see anybody else. Who's on right now? What do we got? Is there a chat rate? How do I move this up? Here we go. Viewers. Okay, let's go back to viewers. Don't forget to hit the like button. We have 42 people watching. Not a whole lot. It's just a few. Adobe. 295 at one point. 296 right now. Hit the like button, and it helps me go. I'll try to get some more people on. I'm sorry, I'm honestly just too busy to record and edit. The recording doesn't take very long. It's the editing that's horrible. Editing takes forever. It's just bloody annoying. If I do a 30-minute recording on one of the guys that come here to visit, it takes me an hour and a half to edit it properly and put it up on YouTube, between all the things I have to do with it, with the opening and the closing, and making sure the sound's perfect and there's no background noise, and correcting what I might have said wrong or something like that, adding a few comments on there or type above. So anyway, what type of food is best to eat on Retta? You do need protein. I would stay away from carbs personally. That's what I do. You could count calories if you want, but if you're on the proper amount of Retta, it kind of solves the problem for you. You don't have a hunger. You don't eat sweets. If you're on the proper dose of Retta, you will not be interested in eating sweets, sugars, or carbs. It just naturally makes you eat better. You don't even notice it. It's not something you have to plan on. It's just something that happens on Retta. And I've talked to several people, and it's all the same. There are peptides for the lungs which help it, which is BPC 157, TB 500, and a couple of others I'd have to look up, Ken. But there are peptides for, I'll look up particularly COPD. But you could Google that. Google AI or chat. Retta. Retatrutide, Alan, is a peptide that is now being used quite a bit in many countries for becoming healthier. It gets rid of visceral fat in your liver. Gets rid of the side effect is you lose weight. You get normal blood pressure, normal blood sugar without medications. And because you have normal blood pressure, and because you have normal blood sugar, and because you've lost weight, it solves many other illnesses. Many. Like sleep apnea. I no longer have sleep apnea. I had sleep apnea for the last 20 years. I no longer have to wear a CPAP, a mask. I don't have sleep apnea anymore. I would like to breathe oxygen. I do have an oxygen generator, but it's necessary to breathe through a mask. So you could do that for several minutes, or 30 minutes or so a day. But it would be great to have oxygen through the night, which I don't want to wear a mask anymore. I'm enjoying not having to wear a mask. But adding oxygen is mostly cognitive. It's for your brain. It does help your blood cells a little bit too, because you're oxygenating your blood. But for that, I use hydrogen peroxide. But the answer, you're going to need to go on YouTube and learn a lot, because there are plenty of information on retatrutide, and I'm not going to go over the whole thing from the beginning, but it's a third generation peptide that solves a lot of problems with people's health, especially when you get older. You're welcome, Ray, for the live stream. A three-wheel vehicle. Yeah, I have. I haven't found anything I like. What I want, Ray, is the Harley. I've seen them. I forgot what they call it. The Goldwing, I think they call it. It's the three-wheel vehicle. Yeah, they don't have them here. They might have it in Manila, and I may have to take a trip to Manila and see if I can find it, but I'd have to get it down here. But yeah, a three-wheel would be a lot safer for me. But yeah, a three-wheel would be better. They don't even have the kits here to make your motorcycle into a three-wheel. They don't have the wheels that come down to help you with that. You were talking about earlier, and you still... okay, so hydrogen peroxide, Alex, is it's food-grade hydrogen peroxide. You can get it on Amazon. You add a few drops to your water. It oxygenates your blood. By oxygenating your blood, you're helping your mind and body. And for me, I have to be very careful how I say this. For me, it cured my cancer. I had cancer. I had what the hell cancer? My mind went blank. But it cured my cancer back in 2010. So, and taking alkaline water, which also, and I still do it to this day, so I never get cancer again. So I take a few drops in my water, and basically, it's not quantity; it's the quality and long term. So I do that. I only pretty much drink water. I don't drink sodas. If I do drink sodas, it's going to be a sugar-free soda. It's going to be a clear soda, not a colored soda. Coke is the worst thing you can do. Coke or Pepsi, any dark sodas are not good. Clear sodas are better. But there is a book called The 1 Minute Cure. And it was being sold by Amazon. I believe it's still available. And you should read that because it does cure. It claims it cures cancer. I can't say it does. But I know it did for me. So that's something you should look into. Food-grade hydrogen peroxide. You can only get 6% solution on Amazon, but that's okay. You only take a few drops anyway in your water. Here, it's much cheaper, but you want to take about a 3%. It's not the same as the hydrogen peroxide you buy at the pharmacy. Make it very clear. It has no additives because there's stabilizers they add in a brown bottle when you buy it from the pharmacy, and you get 3% hydrogen peroxide. It's not food grade. It's not to be taken internally. Okay, just so you know. You have to order it from Amazon. It has to be food grade, and it should have no other additives to it because on the ones you get from the pharmacy, they have stabilizers in there, other products, which are not made to be taken internally. Okay? But yeah, just Google it, man. Start watching YouTube. Put in hydrogen peroxide and see what comes up. Ask chat. But they're not going to tell you the truth 100% on chat because they can't. There's a 3-letter organization that won't let them tell you 100% what's true and what's not. Yes, oxygen chamber. Well, that was something when I had cancer, they actually put me in a chamber in Mexico. Now, I had pancreatic cancer, really bad one. Pancreatic's a really bad cancer, but there was many people there that had, male and female, that had different types of cancer, lung cancer, breast cancer, all kinds. Some were from as simple as lip or skin cancer, prostate cancer. There was many different types of people. They had a 97% success rate, and you had to go to Mexico at that time. It's back in 2010, and the clinic was free. It's no longer free. The original doctor that made it free was kicked out of the U.S. and forced to operate his clinic in Mexico because he basically was bombarded by constant FBI and FDA agents and stuff like that to try to get rid of him because he was curing people without surgery, without getting chemo or things like that. And he had a very high success rate. And even though he had proven, and he had many people that fought for him, came to court and everything else, they forced him out of the country. And so he had a free clinic in Mexico, and that's who I saw. But he passed away. And once he passed away, his clinic was taken over by somebody else, and they started charging. So now they charge money. There's one movie theater here, Listerine. There's only one. And they always play this. They have like 3 theaters, and I think they always play the same movie in all 3. It's very weird. But no, I don't. I'm not a person that can sit still for a movie anymore. I'm always on the go. I don't watch TV. I don't own a TV. I don't watch movies. I can't watch movies. They move too slow. If when I'm watching YouTube for informational stuff, mostly information like that, not stories, I usually click it for 2 times the speed, 1.5 to 2 times the speed, because they have to move through it. I just want the information. I don't know how to relax. That's my bad problem, is I just do not know how to kick back and relax. I'm not a guy that's going to sit down in a lounge chair or a hammock and drink a Mai Tai or have a beer and shoot the bull. I'm on the run all the time. So I don't go out there, but they do have one movie theater here. So Alex, you can only get 6%, is my understanding, 6% solution on Amazon. Food grade. They used to have 35%. They don't any longer sell that. It was just a lot cheaper to get 35% because you're paying for shipping and weight. And now they have it. They used to have, here in the Philippines, we have 35%. You can get it, and basically you take a 35% container, which I showed earlier. I think I got a quart for $17, 1,000 pesos. And basically you take a quart and you put it into another bottle, like a liter, capful, and you go 30 times. You want to get it down to a 3% solution is what you're after. So if you get a 6% solution, you're going to take less drops. I take a liter bottle of filtered water, and then you would add, I add 5 or 6 drops, because I try to get down to a 6% or 3% solution. Like I said, get the 1 Minute Cure book. It explains how to do that. But yeah, I mean, I don't believe they have 35% available anymore. They used to have natural health books too on Amazon. They took those all down. What do I do for fun? For fun to me is working. Okay, I mean, nobody understands that. All my friends go, "What is your problem?" Like, you're not retired. Well, I'm happy in my element. I like keeping busy. I like selling stuff. I like. I guess it's not really the money. I don't really need the money. I just like helping kids. Kids is a big thing to me. I'm love helping children here in schools, stuff. I pay it forward. Jess is around here. Going to Seaside, huh? SM, cool. We don't have any great malls here. I wish we did have a SM here. We don't have one. But to me, I got a lot of things to do. I have lists. I make lists for everything. So I have a list the night before for the next day. I have a list for today. I have to go get some tools for the guys to work. We need a hammer drill, a rotary drill for drilling some holes in concrete. And we're putting up some covers to cover all the bikes. So I bought a bunch of pipe and stuff, and I have 2 welders, and I have guys out there welding framework for 70% cloth covers. So I oversee that, and I got to go get them so we can bolt it into the wall. The vertical poles, weld a tab onto it, and then bolt it into the wall so they won't blow away, or put weights on the bottom, one or the other. You're welcome, Ken, for the live stream. Everything was cool. So anyway, Amazon has 12%. That's great. Okay. How much do you take a day? So you're going to get it down to 3%. So if it's 12%, you got to cut it down to 3. So you have to add 4 times the water, right? 4 times 3 is 12. And you're going to add 4 times water. So basically Whatever you use in hydrogen out of a 12% bottle, you're going to add 4 times the water, filtered water, preferably. It could be distilled or spring, but it doesn't matter. And you're going to take 3 or 4 drops. If you get the 1 Minute Cure book, it's going to tell you to go up to 30 drops. It tastes like shit. I would not suggest it. You're going to start with 1 drop. That's something I didn't mention, by the way. It's been a long time since I've done this. You're going to start with 1 drop in a liter, or 1 drop in, I guess if you have a glass of water, 1 drop and mix it. Okay, it's gonna be very strong for you. You might have a side effect if you can use half a drop, it'd be better. Maybe just get 2 glasses of water and pour them back and forth, because you're gonna want 1 drop in a pint. To give you an idea. That's what you're gonna start off with the first week. 1 drop, because you have to titrate up slowly. So on the second week, you might do a full drop in a glass of water, 1 full drop. Around the 3rd or 4th week, you might go to 3 or 4 drops, but you'll have to go up slowly. So I just do 5 drops in a liter. Okay, so you have to. That's like 2 pints. Yeah, I'm happy. Life is short, but I'm happy. I mean, yes, Alan, I sell Retta. I sell 35 peptides. There's information I've posted. I believe at the top it's pinned, and throughout I've posted information. You can write for me and I can send you information. You have to let me know what country you're in. Do my sons ever say, come home? No. They have their own lives. They're older. They're adults. They have their own lives. I don't have any grandchildren because neither one wants grandchildren. Okay, neither one wants children. So I have no grandchildren. If I had grandchildren, I wouldn't want to be here full time. But I don't really. And my sons have their own life to take care of. So I talk to them. I FaceTime with them, but I might visit them. So once a week or once a day. Once a day, I drink. You should start drinking water. You could add it to your coffee. You could add it to your soda. You could add 1 drop to anything you want. But you want 1 drop a day, okay? And you really got to sip it throughout the day, or just get 1. If you could take half a drop or get a really small dropper, that'd even be better. You're in U.S. Okay, so just send me an email. I'll put it here right now. What the address is? Let's see. Go here. Copy. You're gonna send it to Goldfinger, the Gold Man 3. Or if you want peptides, the other one, Goldfinger Biotech. Let's see, paste. So right, boom. There you go. So for information, just general information, you'll send an email request to Goldfinger. Also, there's the ebook I didn't talk about, Philippines Made Simple. If you have any questions, just send it to Goldfinger, the Goldman 3. If you want specifically peptides, send it to goldfingerbiotech@gmail.com. And I'll send you information. You'll have to remind me again in your email where you're from, Alan, because I won't remember. So much for CMAX. I have your email. Okay, good. Yeah, send it to me. Send me a quest. I'll get to it later this afternoon. I want to go out to lunch with some of my friends, so I won't be back till later. And we can get it to you. Just so you know, it's more expensive to get it to the U.S. because I have a courier that goes there, and he'll bring it, and you're going to end up paying a little extra. But it'll be cheaper than what you can get on the black market there. That's the only way you get it is on the black market in the U.S., and it'll be cheaper than that. I guarantee you, Eli Lilly, when they finally could become the only one source for it, and everything else is considered illegally brought in, it's going to be horribly expensive because Eli Lilly has spent billions, not millions, billions of dollars to try to make them the only. They're trying to be a conglomerate, and they're trying to be the only ones that supply peptides in the U.S. Not cool. All right. What time is it? It's 10:30. Guys, I'm going to sign off. I really appreciate everybody watching. I hope I helped a few people. Maybe you learned something. So later on, guys, enjoy life and be well. Take care.